All right, we'll give this a moment to get started. So I know some of you can't hear me yet, so I'm gonna wait for a moment. And okay, about 15 seconds. Okay, there we go. So let me know if you guys can hear me okay, and we will go from there. Can you hear me okay? Let's see. Yep, okay, perfect. All right, so we're going to talk about is all hope lost? All right, so that's going to be the topic, and that's a very wide-ranging topic. All right, so we're going to get into that shortly. So hang tight for that. And yeah, sound check. All right, so I just want to remind everybody before we get started here, if we have any interruptions with the stream or any problems, that I will get right back on as soon as I possibly can. Since getting the new camera, things have seemed to straighten out, so which is much better. Having take 5, take 6 was kind of annoying. I like being able to get on, do the stream, and then go on about my business, which is always nice. So anyway, so again, if I have any issues, I will get right back on as soon as I possibly can. So just be patient, and we'll go from there. All right. Also, I want to remind everybody that this is a very family-friendly oriented channel. So I would ask everybody to please be decent in the chat. No racism, no nastiness. Just let's be decent to each other. If you cannot follow those simple guidelines, those awesome people that you see lit up in blue, we'll boot you out of here because we're not going to have it. Okay? So zero tolerance for nonsense. All right? And why? Because this is a dictatorship. This is not a democracy. All right? All right. So anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's being safe. So give you an update what's happening here. It started snowing here at about 1:45, and it has been steadily snowing ever since. Right now, I would say we got about at least 5 inches on the ground already, and we were in the 3 to 6 inch range, right? I think we're going to surpass that quite a bit. They're basically saying it's going to snow all night and into tomorrow. So, you know, it's going to be a decent amount of snow, I think, when it's all said and done. I'll do some pictures probably in the morning, and I will post both of those on my Twitter account and also on my Instagram account. So if you did not know, I have Instagram and Twitter, Preparedness1, for both of those. So if you are not over there on Instagram or Twitter and signed up yet, please come and join me over there. I've been pretty lazy. I posted today. I posted today, and that was probably the first time in maybe a week. So my fault, my bad. I'm going to try to be more consistent with getting pictures up. I just been trying to take care of some stuff, and so I wasn't really thinking of posting, and so that's why I hadn't. But again, I'm on Instagram and also Twitter as well. So Preparedness1 on both of those. So definitely come and check me out over there as well. All right. So is all hope lost? All right. I'm going to give an example of something that I found very disturbing. And it's amazing to me. It is absolutely amazing to me. It blows me away how, what, you want to go out? I just started my stream. Come here. All right. So you guys probably haven't seen Mr. Gelkemeister in a while. He has got the prettiest coloring. He's a little over 2 years old now, and he's a good boy. But so anyway, so here's the cat sighting nice and early. He's asking to go out, so if you guys give me just one moment, I will go and I will let him out. I'm going to show you his back. I want to show you that because he's got the coolest markings. Here. I don't know, it's hard to tell from that angle, but he has very cool markings. So anyway, let me let him out real quick, and I will be right back. Hold on. Come on, move. Come on, puppies. Pandora, just sit there. He is the one that will come over here, which he did, come over to the end of the bed, look at me, and then cry because he wants to go out. Very funny cat, but he's a good cat. So All right. So I want to give an example of something that I found very disturbing. Congresswoman out of Michigan. Okay. And I'm not even going to say her name because it doesn't make any difference. If you want to look it up, look up the congressman in Michigan making threats. She came on, made threats against basically Trump supporters. She called them Trumpers, all you Trumpers, and then inciting violence by saying, all you soldiers out there, go after them. I mean, what kind of nonsense is that, realistically? I mean, I want you to think about that, okay? And again, I don't care what side is advocating anything. I am not for violence as a means to solve issues of disagreements, especially when it comes to the politics. You know, so people are putting it up here. Cynthia Johnson, yes, it was her. But again, you know, who? But see, here's one of the problems that I have. She put it up there. It has been allowed to stay up there. She was removed from different committees that she was on. Why is she still even in Congress? Shouldn't that be grounds for immediate termination, inciting rioting, inciting violence, you know, insurrection? You know, how is that person still in office? Now, had it been on the other foot, had it been a Republican doing that, they would have vilified them and said they wanted immediately removed from office. Yeah, she was removed from the committee assignments, you know, and might face legal action. Randy Romines. Okay, well, good. She should. Might. She absolutely should, because that's not what you do. That's not how you do things. You know. Again, I have an issue with that. There was another example, and I want to bring this up because I want to talk about it the way it was portrayed in the media. And again, all the facts are not in, so I can't say one way or the other what went down and what happened. So everybody knows that there was a group of, you know, Trump supporters, the Proud Boys, and you know, and like that were down in Washington D.C. protesting, you know, everything that's going on down there. And I'm not going to need to get into all that because everybody knows. All right. Well, according to the media, you know, and in the way they put the Proud Boys, who are a white supremacist faction, when in fact they're not, because the Proud Boys have all races and colors in their group. So how is that a white supremacist faction? I have no idea. If you have Asian and Black and Hispanic and white members in your group, how is that a white supremacist faction? I would like somebody to explain that to me. But anyway. So there was some stabbing, some police got hurt and stuff like that. Now, they did say that there was interaction between Antifa, BLM, and, you know, the Trump supporters and, you know, the Proud Boys, right? So they talk about these people, you know, being stabbed and everything like that. But they don't get into the details of who stabbed who, okay? Because maybe that didn't fit the narrative of what they were trying to put out there. If you read the article, the way I read the article, you would think that the Trump supporters were the aggressors and all this type of stuff, right? Again, for me, I'm an information guy. Give me all the information so I can make an informed decision based on the information that I've been given. You know, so these are examples of obviously very much biased in the news media, which everybody watching this channel knows there's a tremendous amount of bias in the news media. I mean, it's just ridiculous how much bias there is. All right. But again, even on you know, these platforms, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, very much huge bias. Okay. So if you are a certain way, then you know, of course, you're you know, you're a horrible person. And you know, it's absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, I have a real issue with that. I want to get all the information so I have all the facts so I can make an informed decision. But what you're seeing, okay, is I think is just the start, okay? As everybody knows, the Electoral College just confirmed that Biden will be the next president. There's a lot of speculation, obviously, of everything that's gone on. So here's a problem that I have. And so, again, you know, either side, it doesn't matter which side you're on. Of course, now, this is what I find interesting. And again, I'm just going to point things out, You can make your own assumptions and stuff. So now the left is saying, we need to come together. You just need to accept the results, and and that's it. And so they won, and now we just have to accept it, and we need to go on, right? So, but they never accepted the president as the president for the entire 4 years he's been in office. Not one time. They've been trying to get rid of him since day one. So where is the acceptance? Biden, and he didn't do himself any favors as far as I'm concerned saying this. And I want to ask you, in your opinion, I'm going to give you my opinion on this one, okay? So Biden gets on TV and says, I'm going to be the president for everyone. Well, here's the way I look at it. Whoever is the president, for whatever term, either you like him or you dislike him, he is still your president. So wasn't President Trump the president for everyone? He wasn't the president for selective people. He was the president for the United States of America. If Biden gets confirmed in and inaugurated January 20th, he will be the president of the United States. You might not like it, but that's the way it is. Unfortunately, in my opinion, I'm sorry, I'm not a big fan, but that's okay. I have a right to not care for the guy, but if he's the president, he's the president, and there's nothing we can do about it, realistically. Do I believe that the election was stolen? I absolutely do. Absolutely, I do. Okay. So you need to, if you look at all the evidence of everything that was going on, but of course, if you listen to the mainstream news media, it's always false allegations, false allegations. They spin it one way and one way only to fit their own narrative. So again, there's a lot of decisiveness. There's a lot of problems. So you're going to see a lot of issues, I think, moving forward, because again, you're basically looking at half the people want them and half the people don't. So there you go. That's unfortunate. So anyway, real quickly, we're at 850 already in the chat. We're at 276 on a thumbs up. I'm going to ask really quickly for a thumbs up to show support for the channel, and I thank you ahead of time for doing that. Also, it really does help with the algorithm, so the more interaction that we get, the better it is for the channel. So thank you for that reason as well. Again, the third reason is I like to see a lot of thumbs up, so that's one of the reasons why I like that as well. So thank you for that reason as well. Again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon and get all notifications as well. So I got to talk about something else real quick, and before we get into the topic and everything. So there's one of the channels that I watch, and I probably haven't mentioned it before, but I like the channel. Young man living off grid, the Crockers. Okay, a lot of adversity, a lot of stuff going on. He deals with a lot of hate. Wolfgang, did you get the mail I sent to your PO box? Wolfgang, are you talking about the metal work that you did? I already showed that. Yes, I got that, and I showed that actually in a video. So yes, I did get that, and I already showed it on. I don't think it was on a stream. Might have been on a stream, or it might have been on a regular video. I'm not sure which one I showed it, but I did show it, and yes, I got it. So thank you. That was very, very cool. A couple Harley Davidson symbols. I got something here. Hold on, a hair. I got it was a couple Harley Davidson symbols that he made at work. So that's all right. No, that's fine. I appreciate you asking if I got it. So now I lost me. Oh, so the Crockers. Okay, so it's a young man. He's off grid right now. It's obviously winter where he's at, and he's struggling. He has no power, no running water. He's got some goats. He's got some rabbits. He's got 3 or 4 dogs. I think he's got 4 dogs. And so, he's trying to make it he's trying to build a tiny home, and he's struggling right now. And he did a video, and he talked about, one of the things that he talked about was dealing with hate. He goes, as his channel, because I think he's got like 112,000 subscribers. He talked about dealing with hate, and it's sad, in my opinion. And I'm gonna tell you what, it gets to me too. I'm not gonna lie. When somebody questions my integrity, like what I did in the video the other day when I talked about, and I showed my back and stuff like that, and because somebody was questioning me, like, do I really have a bad back? Well, yeah, I do. Okay, so I have the scars to prove it. But again, this young man is trying. And see, and when you have anybody, I don't care who it is, if you have people constantly trying to beat you down, it does get to you. Okay. Now, he also has a lot of support for his channel. He's got a lot of good people following his channel. And so again, you have to, I try, I'll be honest, I try to let it roll off my back. And most of the time I will. Okay. But the one thing that nobody can ever say to me is that I'm a liar, because I say it like it is. I'm always truthful. If I make mistakes, I always tell it, out there, number one. And the thing is, your haters, whoever hates your channel, they're going to watch everything that you do. They're going to try to break it down. They're going to try to catch you in lies. Well, here's the best part of telling the truth all the time. I don't have to remember anything because it happened. It's true. It is what it is. Okay. So that's how I roll. Again, you get people that they get so caught up in their own hatred of somebody or someone that they just can't let it go, and they try to make somebody else's life miserable. And he was talking about that he had thought about leaving his channel, and he just did a video. There was somebody that had followed his channel that was going through some depression, okay, and watching his channel helped this guy. And he did a video, and he gave the guy, the first name of the gentleman, and he said, "You saved me." And I'm going to tell you what, and that is so true, because I'm going to tell you, and I've talked about this a little bit before, so we're going to get into other things later here, but I wanted to talk about this because I think this is important. When people have written me and told me that, because of what I have said, they've made this change, that change, and they're happier, they sleep better because, they're more prepared, they're more ready. That's all the encouragement I need. So I know I'm reaching people, and I know that I am, okay? And I try to be a positive influence and stuff like that. But, it is awesome when people do that, because it really makes you feel good. And everybody likes an ego stroke. I mean, who doesn't? You know what I mean? Who doesn't? So, but again, that was for him, was one of the reasons to continue what he's doing, which I think is awesome. Because again, we talked about excuses. It's easy to quit. Most of the people that attempt to go off grid, and this is a fact, and I think it's more than half, within sight of 1 year, or I think it's 1 year or 2 years, are back on grid. They're done. They can't do it. Okay. Some people quit right away. They have this fantasy in their head that it's going to be a certain way. And then when they find out that it's not going to be that way, then it's like, oh my God, this is reality. Okay. I'll be honest with you. I did not walk into this situation going off grid with 2 children with delusions of grandeur. I didn't think it was going to be fantastic. And I've mentioned this before. When we first got up here, I told my kids, I said, I'm telling you right now, the next 2 weeks are going to suck. I go, but they will get better. And I said, if you trust me, I will make it happen, and it will get better. And it has. Every year it gets better and better and better. But again, you got to have that mindset and that not quit attitude. And so, again, with having people being encouraging, being supportive, it makes all the difference in the world. And I'm going to tell you what, it's like when a lot of you guys say that I motivate you, you motivate me. You absolutely motivate me, because it makes me go, okay, listen, I got to keep getting things squared away. I got to do things to make the property better, to make things better here, not only because I want it to be, but I want to show you guys that it's possible. So a lot of days I've woken up certain days and I go, man, I don't feel like doing squat today. Okay. But then I'm like, nope, I got to get stuff done. I have to follow my own mantra. Okay. So that's what really motivates me too. So you guys really have a huge impact on my own motivation to get things done, to get things squared away. Now we got this snowstorm here. Who knows how much snow we're going to get? Again, I've been preparing for this. Okay. So now, because this is here now the focus is going to be obviously the greenhouse. Okay. So that's how that works. Hey, Josh 350 Cummings from Hickory, North Carolina. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. How did you guys get any ice down there? I heard they were talking about down in North Carolina and stuff like that there would be like ice from the storm. But yeah, it would tell the chickens you don't feel like getting up and feeding them. It doesn't work. No, you're right. No, that's one thing that happens every day without fail. I mean, the dogs will come over and they will start whining, and they'll be like, hey, we want to go out. And it's like, okay, time to go take care of the animals. So it's like that part of it is just part of my life. So because the animals are counting on you, you know. Ed, Pence has the authority not to certify electors. Trust me, it's not over by a long shot. Well, you know, again, like I said, I'm not counting anything out until the inauguration, and that's when obviously it'll be what it is. But again, if you listen to the media, it's all a done deal. But you know, again, we're just gonna have to wait and see. Hopefully, the truth comes out. You know, the problem that, like I said, one of the problems that I have is when you have all these people that have come up and said there's all these improprieties. They've proven different things, that there's no way that things happened the way that they said that they happened. And yet it's continued to go on. Nope, we're going to ignore it. We don't care. This is what it is, because they have an agenda. Obviously, they wanted him out, and then they wanted Biden in. I have a real hard time believing that 82 million people in this country were rah-rah Biden. Especially with all the information out there, you know, with money being taking money and stuff like that. Now they can scream all they want that it's not the truth, but again, you know, he sat there on a stage and he talked about getting the prosecutor in the Ukraine fired, or they were going to withhold funds. That is illegal. He bragged about it. It's on videotape. Okay. How do you put somebody that is that corrupt, okay, in a position of ultimate power as far as the United States goes? How do you do that? Okay, that's just, I'm again giving my opinion. All right, just giving my opinion. So, so getting back to, is all hope lost? Okay, there's a lot of things to be very discouraged about what's going on in this country right now. Okay, and there's a lot of things to be despondent over. But if we don't have hope, we got nothing. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say, no, all hope is not lost, because, you know, if you have something in your life, oh, cold cat outside? No, not right now. The one just went out. There's nobody else out there at the moment. Well, no, let's see. Molly's outside, and so is Abel. Abel went out as well. The other ones, I opened the door for Buddy. You're going to love this. So Buddy goes to the door, scratches on the door. I open the door for Buddy. He looks out the door, sees what it's doing out there, and went, no, I don't think so. And he came right back in. So very, very funny. So my older cats are smart enough to go, yeah, no, I'm not down. They're staying in the house. So that's what they're doing. So like right now I got Max and I got Bella on the bed, and so they're good babies. They're real good babies. But anyway, but again, like I said, don't be despondent. There's always hope. Josh 350 Cummings, yes, we got a freezing rain, but not too bad. Oh, that's good. I'm glad, because I know that they were talking about possibly up to a half an inch of freezing rain, which would cause a lot of problems. I want to see Biden take the vax. You know, Happy Elf, it's funny that you say that, because even if they showed them getting an inoculation, is it really the vaccination? There's no telling. Unless they had like a random batch that they like just brought in off of, like they had a whole cart and it was all vaccines, and they pulled out a random thing and did it that way, then I would believe it. But other than that, no. So that's just me, you know. But again, it's just, you know, that's a whole different thing to talk about. That's a whole different thing to talk about. But yeah, placebo, exactly. So I don't trust any of them. You know, they're all on the same team. You know, so it you know, it doesn't make any difference. But anyhow, so what was I going to say here? I was going to say something. But as far as hope goes, there's always hope. If you have somebody that inspires you, somebody that encourages you, could be family members, could be friends, some kind of a support system of any kind, okay, that can make a difference. It really can. Like I said, when I always talk about encouraging all of you to follow your hearts and follow your dreams, I mean it. Again, it's so important to have that right mindset. And your mindset is a big part of everything. Too many people, unfortunately, in a post event, in my opinion, too many people will quit. It's just like going off grid, okay? But here's the difference. In a post event, and let's say it is the end of the world as we know it, and there's no power, and it's like every man for themselves and every woman and child for themselves, and there's just complete and utter chaos, okay? Like nothing we've ever seen in our lifetimes. I think what you're going to see a lot of people quit. They're going to quit. They're either going to take the easy way out, which is suicide, or they'll just give up and die. That will happen. There will be people that die, and there's absolutely nothing physically wrong with them. They just can't take this new reality. They're not mentally strong enough. Okay. Mental strength is huge in a post event. Huge. The will to survive is ingrained in our bodies to begin with. Okay. When you have half the people that want to try to go off grid, they try to do it. They find out how difficult it is. Hey, Mountain Girl. Joe showing some support from the mountains of Maine. Well, thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Thank you very much for the donation. Are you getting snow up there yet, Mountain Girl? Let me know if you're getting snow up there yet, because I'm sure it's coming your way. So, did you see the retractable needle video? It's being said that the public vaccines are done by paid actors. Have you seen that? I had not. I had not seen that. I have no idea. So, let's see. So I'm just waiting to see what Mountain Girl says about snow or not. We got 16 inches last storm. Got snow. LOL. Okay, well, I know because I know up there in the mountains you're in a lot higher elevation, like I am up here. And you're higher up than I am. I know that. So yeah. Well, that's all right. Keep the fire going. It's like I probably should be wearing a muscle shirt again tonight because I am freaking hot. I actually have right here. You can probably hear the fan going. I have the window open with the fan going, blowing the cold air in. It's probably about 12 degrees outside right now. And again, it's been snowing steady since about 1:45 this afternoon. So yeah, but it's like my fire is just absolutely cranking, and it's unbelievable. So, but anyway, what I was going to say was when you have half the people that will try to go off grid, and inside, I think it's a year or two, it's less than 2 years, half of them go back on grid because they can't do it. They don't have what it takes to do it. They realize how hard it is, and they don't want to do it. So again, that's all that willpower and determination, right? There's channels out there that people will watch that people have attempted to go off grid, realize, oh my God, this is reality, this is tough, and they stop. Okay, it happens. There's no shame in that. I'm not, in this time where everything is still okay, there's no shame in that. But in a post event, there is no going back. It's going to be what it's going to be. Either you make it or you don't. And so that's where a strong mind and having that hope, having something to live for, okay? And that's one of the biggest things. And I talk to different people. Like I have, like, as you guys know, my stepson is down in New Jersey. Hey, 454 Tiger. The best way you can get back at them is to be prepped so they can't hold you hostage to their whims. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Being ready, having independence, it gives you an advantage. Number one, gives you peace of mind, a huge peace of mind, because you know that you've done everything in your power to make your life better. That's important, real important. But so anyway, I wanted to talk about this real quick. Having hope and determination is important. My stepson is down in New Jersey. Okay, both of my kids. My son is in Rochester. My daughter's going to RIT, as everybody knows. So they're down that way. They're over an hour away. Okay. If something goes down and something happens, they know all they have to do is get here and they're going to be safe, right? What does that give them? It gives them hope. It gives them a reason to go on when they want to give up, when, oh my God, things are tough. This sucks. I can't believe it. Maybe they're trying to work their way home, but they're not home yet. And life sucks for them right at that moment. They're going to go, all I need to do is get home to Dad and I'm going to be safe. Same with my stepson. Get back to me. He knows where I am. Get here. You will be safe. It gives them something to live for. Okay, that is what we all need. We all need to have a reason. So, we all need to have a reason. And I think that's important. And I think that people lose sight of that. Having hope, having, something that you're striving for, that you're trying to accomplish, that's what hope is all about. And in a determination and a strong mindset are a huge, huge part of that to get to where you want to go. Huge. Really quickly, I'm going to do two things. I want to talk about my website really quickly, preppernurse1.com. On preppernurse1.com, we have the Prepper Nurse 1 community, which is a great resource that we set up for you guys to connect with like-minded people in your state and in your country. Definitely take advantage of that. It is free to join. It does not cost anything. You do have to register, but no credit card information is asked, okay? Come in, check out the message boards, look for people in your state or in your country that you can work with. That's what we did it for, so definitely take advantage of that, okay? The second thing is Forefathers, which is a CBD and hemp store. The link is on the website. You'll see it there. If you click on it, it will take you to their website. CBD and hemp products. Very good things to have, especially in a post-event. CBD products help with a myriad of different things, a lot of different elements. It really helps with, so it's a great prep item to have, and obviously it's something good to use right now, in case you're in pain or if you're having issues and stuff like that. It really does help. CBD products. I don't back anything I don't believe in, so I absolutely believe in it. I use them myself. So Forefathers, you'll see it on the website. When you go there, if you decide to make a purchase from their store, make sure when you check out, you use the discount code PrepperNurse1, and that's the number 1, not ONE, and you'll save 15% on your purchase, okay? So definitely take advantage of that, all right? The second or last thing I want to talk about is, hold on a second. Made a donation to your site, awesome site, and have ordered various products. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Mountain Girl. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that, and thank you for that donation as well. I appreciate it. Again, on my website, we have the Legacy freeze-dried foods as well. So if you click on store, it will drop down. It says Legacy Foods. If you want to make a purchase, if you're looking to get something, if you contact me, I can see if I can help you out, okay? It's there. Take advantage of it. It's a good thing to have in your preps along with everything else. It gives you a different option. Changing up the taste of stuff, having an easy meal that you can make in a matter of like 15 minutes, it's really a good way to do it. And again, 25-year shelf life, GMO free. It's made in the U.S., which is even better. So definitely take advantage of that, okay? The other thing that I wanted to do really, really quickly, I got to show you a couple things that came in the mail, okay? So first thing I wanted to show you, and this came, hold on a second. This came from Shannon. And these are, I want to show you the card. So if you want to go check out her website there, it is called Desert Dog Swag, okay? DesertDogSwag.etsy.com. So I'm going to show that one more time for everybody so you can see that, all right? And what she sent me was, I will show you here. Okay, so this goes in the collar for the dog, and that goes around the collar, and it gives them like a little bandana that they can wear. So she gave me one large, and then I think, well, no, 2 large and 1 medium, I think it is. So I'm gonna have to go out and get Caesar a collar because Caesar doesn't have a collar. So there's what you have. It's got the holes there that you can put around the collar, and they get to wear a bandana, and I'll show you that on this side again. So there's the bandana with the skull and crossbones. So thank you very much for that. I appreciate that, and I will definitely get that on the dogs. All right. The other thing that I got, and I wanted to show you really, really quickly, and this came from, let me just give this real quick because I want to make sure let's see. This is from Louise and John, okay? So they sent me, and I love this, guys, just so you know. I love my girls, or my ladies, okay? T-shirt with the chickens. So that came from Louise and John. So thank you, guys. That is awesome. I think that is great, and I will definitely be wearing that. And so I appreciate that as well. So thank you. So I just wanted to share that with you guys really quickly, to show you what had come in the mail. Everybody else that has sent cards, Marcia Gunny, what you sent for Heather was very, very awesome. And thank you for thinking of her as well. I do really appreciate that as well. That was very, very kind of you. So thank you for that. Everybody also that has sent cards, thank you everybody for that as well. I do really appreciate it. It does mean a lot to me. And that you guys are thinking of me, and thank you very much. So thank you very much for that. So I got a question that I want to throw at you guys, and I want to hear your feedback in the chat on this one. I got to do a green tea tonight. So, and the best part, I think I probably you guys already know, no more fruit flies. Where did the fruit flies come from? Where were they from? I had old potatoes in a bag that I had forgot about. The bag had rotted out through the bottom, and I had fruit flies. I was trying to figure out, it was driving me crazy because these fruit flies were like, and I'm like trying to figure, and that's what it was. And so now, no more fruit flies. So that is very awesome. So anyway, so that's, you'll not see me swatting anything tonight because there's nothing there to swat, which is awesome. So from now on, I'll definitely pay attention to that. Make sure that if I have potatoes, that they will be better watched. Okay, so I'm going to throw something at you guys. And, of course, this pertains to me. And so I had a conversation tonight with Honey Badger. And I'm not trying to throw my business out here, but this is something I want to hear from you guys. And I want to give an example of something to show how I think this is a very small issue, okay? So obviously Honey Badger and myself have been talking. I think she's a really nice young lady. And so we were talking about possibly seeing each other and stuff like that. Well, she talked to me tonight, and she said she had an issue with the fact she's very religious, which is fine. I have no issue with that. None at all. Okay. I am obviously not. Okay. So for her, she said that was a deal breaker because, the fact that we're not yoked is the way she put it, in that way. Now, every other way is fine. She's attracted to me. I'm attracted to her. Everything else is fine, but that one issue. Now, I'm going to give an example of something. I have an aunt that has been married to her husband, and I'm trying to remember, God, probably 40 years they've been married. I think it's at least 40 years, okay? If not longer. I think it might even be longer than that. She's a Jehovah's Witness. And I'm talking not one of those kind of on the fringe, does what she wants, Jehovah's Witness. My aunt lives, eats, and breathes it. I mean, everything for her is about the Jehovah's Witnesses, and she follows the mantra to the letter, the whole 9 yards. The whole 9 yards. Her husband is not religious at all. Not in one bit. Doesn't go to Kingdom Hall, doesn't do anything with it, or anything. But still, they were able to have a relationship, be married for 40 plus years, had a couple of children together. So my question to you guys is, would that be a deal breaker for you if one person is a different viewpoint religiously than you are? Should that be something that is a deal breaker? And I'm just asking. I'm not, because like I said, I'm going to respect her wishes. If she doesn't want to get involved in a relationship and that's her problem, I respect that. So I'm not trying to hammer on Honey Badger in any way, shape, or form. Possibly yes. For marriage, yes, Lady Kickboxer said. Lloyd said no, not me. Somebody said run. Nope, no, not a deal breaker. So yes, some are no, not at all. See, the way I look at it, okay, so I appreciate you guys, the feedback. So it's about 50-50. Some of you are yes, some of you are no. My thing is this. If you have a mutual respect, it's not like, and I'm going to tell you what, I'm not a person, I will never put anybody down for their religious views. They can think whatever they want to do. They can worship whatever they want to worship. I will never judge them for that. If it gives them peace of mind, I'm like, good for you, okay? So, that's, that's my thing. Having that respect for that other person's, beliefs As long as you have that, I don't see that. I don't see it as an issue. But again, some people do, obviously. And what if she was always going to church and you felt left out? I wouldn't, though. That's the whole thing, Randy Romines. She could go as much as she wanted to. If that was her piece, then great. You know. See, here's to me. You know what a deal breaker is for me. There's two deal breakers for me. Don't lie to me. That's one. And don't sleep around on me. You cheat on me, that's it. It's done. Those are deal breakers to me. Those are those are big, big issues. Don't lie to me. Be honest, and don't cheat on me. So those are my two big things. And again, so I want you to know I absolutely respect Honey Badger for telling me how she felt about it. So I'm not trying to get on here to throw her under the bus in any way, shape, or form. So please don't think that. But again, you know what I mean? For me, and I said, so that's the deal breaker. To me, I don't get that. I just don't get it. But again, we're going to remain friends, obviously. And I respect her right to feel the way that she feels. So that's how, I am. So not an issue here. 34 years married, hubby, not religious. Hold on a second. I am. We've loved each other. Enough said. There you go. Janet Humphrey just said that. Thank you, Janet. I appreciate you saying that. Roxy Lemon, you are a high value man with security. I understand her, but she could lose out on a gem. Well, thank you, man. I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that. And again, you know what? Like I said, we're attracted to who we're attracted to. That's just the way it kind of goes. Mutual respect trumps religion anytime. James White just said that. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And thank you also for the donation. I do appreciate that as well. Like I said, to me, it's a huge respect thing. I don't have a problem with anybody being anything. It's just like, okay, so like a lot of Jewish people will not marry outside of their faith. Some do, but a lot don't. What they expect a person to convert to Judaism so that then they become a Jew. Okay. Again, I have an issue with somebody making demands that they have to change to make the other person happy. You shouldn't have to change. We are who we are, and that's just kind of the way I look at it. It's like, I'm just me. I'm not going to change who I am. I'm a human being. I make a ton of mistakes like anybody else does, but I try to be a decent person. And I think that's a big part of it, so anyway, so that's that. Do you believe in God? I believe in a greater power. What title you want to put on it is up to you, individually. Because again, who am I to say that the Buddhists are wrong? Who am I to say that the Hindus are wrong? Who am I to say that the Christians are wrong, or the Jewish people are wrong, or the Muslim people are wrong? Or who am I to say that? I'm not anybody to say that. I'm in no position to cast judgment and judge people. I will never do that. Okay. So whatever you believe, and if it gives you peace of mind, I absolutely respect that. I support you for doing that. Like I said, if it gives you what you need, that's awesome. That is awesome. I had a buddy of mine when I was a kid, and I went to his church one time. Oh my God. It was one of those churches where they were, speaking in tongues, and these women, and I was a teenager. I was, 13, 14 years old. They were throwing themselves on the floor and flopping around. And I was like, oh, I am so out of here. I mean, not my cup of tea. Okay. Now, it worked for them. Awesome. Great. But just like I said, not my cup of tea. So again, like I said, it's just that's just where that was. But anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. And like I said, I'm not trying to. You have to respect Honey Badger 101 for holding her beliefs and convictions. Absolutely, Follower Jay. I did say that. I just did say that. I respect the fact that she came to me, told me that was an issue for her. Again, I can still feel like, why would that be the issue? Okay, I can still feel that way. But like I said, I told her I respect your right to feel that way, and but it doesn't mean I have to like it. So but I saw a great saying today from the Dalai Lama. My religion is kindness. Yeah, that what, and exactly. Treat others as we wish to be treated. How about that? If we just did that, if we did nothing else in this planet. And I'm not just talking the U.S., I'm talking the planet, the whole planet. If we did nothing else but treat people the way we want to be treated, what a wonderful place this would be. Think about that. Think about that. Simple. Simple. You know, don't try to hurt somebody. Don't lie to people. Don't beat people up because they're different from you. You know, don't hate somebody for whatever reason. You know. Hey, Route Terror. You believe dinosaurs existed? There's people that don't. Yes, I believe dinosaurs existed. Absolutely. Yes, I know. I know there's people that try to say that the Earth is only 6,000 years old. There is proof that it is very much older than that. Again, you can't. Some people are so locked in to what they want to believe that they cannot be persuaded by facts or the truth. They just can't. So again, to each their own. You know. Again, just because if you're on a rubber raft and you say it's a yacht, does that make it a yacht? No. So, you know, but to you, maybe it's a yacht. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm just using that as an example. So, yeah, carbon dating. Yeah, actually, you know, oh, carbon dating is flawed. Well, but like I said, when they do core samples out of when they go into Antarctica and stuff like that, they can tell that there's a lot of history going back and how long things are and stuff like that. So that part of it is that's not carbon dating. That's just core samples. And so that makes a big difference. Okay, egg count. All right, so somebody's clamoring for the egg count. So let's do that. While we're doing the egg count, before we get started with that, I'm going to ask again we almost 1,100 people in the chat. We're at 665 on the thumbs up. If you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I would ask you to please do that to show support for the channel. And thank you for that reason as well, and I appreciate that. Also, again, it really does help with the algorithm, so the more interaction that we have, the better we'll be in the rankings with YouTube, so thank you for that reason as well. And, of course, the third reason is I like to see a lot of thumbs up, so thank you for that as well. You know, and so also, if you are not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, if you have the same guess as Tanika Melvin, and I hope I said your first name right, with 4 eggs, that's what we had today. We had 4 eggs today. So hopefully I said your name right, and I apologize if I said it wrong. But yeah, we ended up with 4 eggs today. And I'm going to tell you what, today it has been just straight cold all day long. I don't think we hit 20 degrees here. I think we hit 21 earlier in the day, but it wasn't long. So, you know, it's how it goes. But no, we don't have rats that you missed it. That's funny. Yeah, 4 eggs. They did good today. Yesterday, I think it was 1. I got 1 egg yesterday. I don't know if I ever told you guys how many I had yesterday, but yesterday was 1, and today we got 4. You know, so. She is sleeping at the moment, and I'm not going to bother. If she comes over here before the end of the stream, I'll pick her up and show her to you guys. Hard-boiled eggs today. You know, I'm going to tell you what. Egg salad sandwiches, love them, absolutely love them. I will, if I get in the mood and I'll do scrambled eggs, I'll do an omelet. You know, sunny side up. It really just depends on what I'm in the mood for. So, but I do eat a lot of eggs. So, you know, I got free ones, so why not? Well, technically free. All I got to do is feed them and take care of them, and they give me eggs back. So, but they're fun. They're absolutely fun. I very much enjoy my chickens. They're doing great. And let's see. Cuomo announced that he would raise taxes after the new year. Have you noticed a mass exodus because of Cuomo? I've seen a mass exodus because of Cuomo for a very, very long time. And it doesn't surprise me that he would be looking to raise taxes. They're in a major shortfall when it comes to revenue because nobody is out there spending money, not like they used to, because so many people are hurting. You know, that's a huge issue. Flat Earth preacher, flat Earth research, everything, we are flat. Well, again, dude, you can think whatever you want, and that's fine. I know I live on a globe, so, and that's fine. You know, no disrespect. You can believe what you want to believe, and that's fine. And I'm not trying to laugh at you, but I just, you know, it's been proven over and over and over again. But that's okay. Not trying to cause an argument, but thank you very much for the donation and thank you for your statement. But yeah, so there's been a lot of people leaving New York. When the whole first round of stuff happened back in February, March, you saw a huge exodus out of the city. Huge exodus out of the city. And that was the first part of it. And then our taxes in New York suck anyway. They're bad. They're horrible. The weather doesn't help. The weather does not help at all. I mean, could be 4 or 5 months of just crap weather, depending. Like this year hasn't been too bad. Hey, Mountain Girl, mail on the way for Heather and Eddie. Prepping is peace of mind. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Mountain Girl. And I appreciate the donation as well. Yes, prepping is such huge peace of mind. It puts you in a position where, yeah, I know Angry Prepper wants to leave New York City. I know he does. I mean, him and I actually discussed that. Prepping gives you peace of mind because you're putting yourself in a position where no matter what happens, that you have an advantage. And realistically, at the end of the day, with anything in life, do we just not want a little bit of an advantage? But prepping doesn't give you a little bit of an advantage. Prepping gives you a huge advantage. And why do I say it's a huge advantage? When according to FEMA and the Red Cross, 95% of people do not have a 2-week supply of food and water in their home. 2-week supply, 95%. So to put yourself in a position where you have an advantage over 95% of the rest of the people, why would you not do that? The mindset I don't get. I really don't. And again, it's a mindset. It's a mindset. For me, it's about peace of mind, putting my head down on my pillow at night, knowing that if I wake up to total chaos tomorrow, I'm in a pretty good position to be ready for dealing with whatever I have to deal with. Okay. That is a huge advantage, and it gives, like I said, it gives you such peace of mind. It is unbelievable. And so, just heard the ATF is still going after. Hold on a second. Pistol brace, ARs, and AKs. Really? Okay. It doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise. And that whole thing, guys, as far as I'm concerned, is a game. It is a huge game. At the end of the day, it's about control, and absolutely about control. And so, again, what do we do about it? And I've talked about this before. You hear a lot of people talking, saying we need to rise up. We need to, start, protesting in a not nice way. Again, and I've said this before, what good is it going to do you if you are sitting behind bars when SHTF truly happens? You're going to be a dead man. You're going to be a dead man. Okay? So I would rather be out here, being able to do what I need to do, and when that time comes, being ready to act as opposed to reacting. And that's a big thing. It's a huge thing. Okay? Is there corruption in the government? Absolutely. Every single government in the world, there is corruption in the government. Okay? Absolutely. Were they in this election, the media favoring one side 100%? Absolutely. Okay. Things were squashed down. The whole Biden son situation, that was not, they squashed it. If you put that out there, they squashed you. Okay. It happens. So you make a choice at that point. Do you continue to put up with it, or do you, like I said, like a lot of people said that, well, I'm going to this platform or I'm going to that platform. It's an absolutely a choice. Okay. It's an absolute choice. So, but I'll take the $600 stimulus money and buy 50 rounds of ammo. That's funny. Hopefully it don't cost that much for 50 rounds of ammo. That depends on what you're buying. I know some ammo can be quite expensive, but that would be very expensive ammo. So as you see, I have my Spittoon Saloon t-shirt on. I got to show you the back. I don't think you guys see the back enough. So hopefully you guys can see that. I hope. Here, I'll get up a little bit. Here, I'll just sit around just like that so you guys can see the back. So obviously, my buddy's place that has that, he'd give me a bunch of t-shirts, so I wear them. Like I said, you guys send them, I'll wear them. You know, that's how it goes. But many calibers are now $3 a round. Yeah, I know. Like, even with like 223 ammo, I know it's like 50 cents a round. It's not cheap at all. So, let's see. James White said my ammo is cheap and plentiful. Well, that's good. Gun control to me is hitting the target I aim at. Papa Prepper just said that. I hear you. Oh, I absolutely hear you on that. You know, absolutely. Again, like I said, continue to prep, continue to get ready. Who knows what's going to happen moving forward? There is, what size shirt do I wear? I wear an extra large. Yep, extra large. Not 1X, not 2X, just extra large. Okay. So, but yeah, they're talking about now all of a sudden they're going to come together and pass a $900 billion stimulus, and they're talking that once Biden gets in office, then they'll do another stimulus, which wouldn't shock me at all, and it wouldn't shock me if they give another check to people. Then is basically saying, see, look at how wonderful he is helping out the people and stuff like that. It's all show. First of all, they're giving us our own money back anyway. And then they're going to turn around and raise taxes, and they restrict everything. 223 and 5.56 brass case is $1.25 a round now. Ed, steel case is 90 cents a round. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I think it depends on where you buy it. To be honest with you, depends on where you buy it. Because I know somebody, I'm not sure. I'm not going to say who it was. That just bought 1,000 rounds of 223. And it was 50 cents a round. So I'm not sure who that person was. I can't remember his name, but I know that that's what he paid for it. So, would love to know if there's a way to carry a firearm legally on a bicycle. I don't see why there wouldn't be. If you have your pistol permit and you have a concealed carry permit, there's no reason why you couldn't carry a pistol on a bicycle. You can carry your pistol when you're walking around. If you have it in your car, when you're driving, why wouldn't you be able to have it on a bicycle? There's no difference. People on motorcycles have their pistols. If you get pulled over or you get stopped, I'm going to tell you what. I got a buddy of mine. Always, I don't care where he goes, always has his pistol on him, and he's been stopped a few times by the police for speeding or whatever the case may be. The first thing that he lets them know when they come up to the car, he says, I just want you to know that I am armed, that I have a pistol. And he has gotten out of so many tickets just by being truthful, letting the police officer know that he was armed ahead of time. Absolutely. And that made all the difference in the world. So he wasn't trying to hide it. He was being honest with the cop and letting him know, So thank you, Ed, and everyone who answered also. Did I miss something? Or did I answer? I must have answered your question. I don't even remember I don't know what you asked. Hold on a second. Let's see if I can go back here and see if I missed. Would love to know if there's, on a bicycle. Okay, yep, Val. Okay, yep, no problem. Yeah, I was trying to remember what you asked. There's a lot of comments. I may not remember every one of them. In Alaska, it's automatic arrest if you do not disclose a weapon to police. Oh, wow, really? I did not know that. But again, well, in Alaska, you better be carrying a weapon with all the animals out there that can make you prey. So, that's, yeah, okay, I got you. I'm sorry. But you can load for less than 23 cents a round. Right, yeah, having a reloader and reloading your brass, it's probably the best way to go. And I just bought a 7.62 x 39 steel case for 39 cents a round. There you go. Again, I think it really depends on where you get it. Depends on what state, to be honest with you. Everyone has a gun in Alaska, right? Yeah, and they should. There is a lot of wild game that can kill you. So it makes a lot of sense to be able to protect yourself. But Let's see. 22 long box of 50 is under $3. James White just said that. Yeah, when it comes to 22, if I'm buying 22, I don't buy it unless it's at least 500 or 550. I buy the bricks. There's no reason to buy it to me in a smaller quantity. It just makes more sense to buy the bigger quantity, just because you can practice. See now, if you're looking to practice with a 22, because you can put a lot of rounds downrange really cheaply. It gives you the trigger memory. It's gonna help you with that. It's a really smart way to do it. Really, really smart way to do that. Do you have to have a carry permit for open carry for a crossbows? That I do not know. I don't think so. I don't think so, because that's something totally different than having a pistol. Obviously, very deadly. Could be very, very deadly, but I do not know the answer to. So I apologize. Yeah, 22 doesn't have any kick. You're right, JJ. But again, Mini 14 don't really have no kick either. An AK really doesn't have much of a kick. A shotgun, now that's got a kick. So, you know, no bricks available in the last 2 years, James White just said. Where I'm at, I can still get it. So, yeah, crossbow is not a firearm. It's a totally different thing. Yep. It's a dark winter when Biden is sworn in. I don't disagree. I think we're in a lot of problems then. I'd love everyone on Preparedness One and two other channels I watch. Guys are really only family I have. Well, thank you, Val. I appreciate that. And that's the thing too. When I talk about that, us being a big family, I absolutely believe that we are a huge family. Huge family. So, guys, I'm going to ask again. We got almost 1,100 people in the chat. We're at 798 now on the thumbs up. Again, if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I would ask you to do that. Let's see. Mountain Girl says a gun behind every blade of grass in these parts. Yeah, I agree with you on that one, Mountain Girl. Where I'm at too, thank you very much for the statement. Thank you for the donation as well. Where I'm at, it's the same thing. Everybody out in the country, everybody's armed. Everyone. So, again, if you would shoot a thumbs up to show support for the channel, thank you very much for doing that. I do appreciate that. Also, it really does help with the algorithms as well. So thank you for that reason as well. So because it really helps with the interaction, pushes us higher in the rankings. So thank you for that reason. And of course, the third reason is I like to see a lot of thumbs up. So got to be honest about that as well. So thank you for that reason as well. Again, if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to do that to show support for the channel. And thank you very much. And make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. So can't find it now. It will not get better when Biden goes in. We'll be throwing rocks. Yeah, that's why, like I said, there is no such thing, and I've said this before, guys, and I will say it again. There is no such thing as too much ammo. I feel that in the future, there's going to come a time where they're going to try to ban everything to try to control us even more. That is the one thing that keeps us where we're at, is that freedom to be able to fight back. And I hear all the things. Well, how are you going to fight back? We have a rifle and they have missiles and blah blah blah. Well, they can't flatten the whole country. Okay, they can't flatten the whole country. And yeah, it's snowing like crazy here. Yep, here too. Catskill, New York prepper just said that. Yeah, it's been snowing here since 1:45, and like I said, I believe right now we probably got 5 to 6 inches on the ground already, and it's supposed to snow straight through the night into tomorrow. Actually, I can tell you what they're saying. Hold on, let me take a look. Look at the forecast, and I will tell you what they're saying. Let's see. Right up to 11 a.m. tomorrow. So they're talking pretty much almost 24 hours straight of snow. And it's steady. It's coming down. I'm not sure how the plow guys are keeping up with it, but they're going to have their hands full. They're going to have their hands full. I think your side roads are going to be a lot more treacherous. Again, I planned ahead. I figured we were going to have some bad days. And so I just figured, well, I'm not going anywhere tomorrow. And, so we knew this was coming. So by Friday, they'll have everything open back up. And if you need to get someplace, you'll be able to get there. That's just, that's just kind of how it goes. But Good day, Harvey. Pretty warm, about 25 Celsius. Wow. And I'm not sure what Celsius. If you what's the? I know we're like the only country in the world that still uses Fahrenheit, so I'm not sure what. So I know it's 25 Celsius is warm though. I know that. Let's see. 16.99 for a box of 50 22 long rifle on outdoor limited online. That's way too much. Way too much. I mean, that's like ridiculously too much. Did you spray your greenhouse with WD-40? No, I did not. It'll come off all on its own. I'm not even worried about that. Not 77? Okay. Thank you. 77 would be nice. I would take that. I would absolutely take that. I'd like to see it snow so deep here that I have to crap in a shotgun and shoot it in out the chimney. Oh my God, that's funny. Well, we have, it's weird. We get, the storms come in, they do what they're going to do. It is what it is. That's all we can do. But Ed, when the prisoners escaped from Dambora, the media wondered why people weren't scared up here. Simple, we're armed. Exactly. Exactly. And I'm going to tell you what, any prisoner knows if they're in a certain area, they know where not to go as well. Trust me. Hey, Route Terror, do you own body armor? Definitely great to have. I will not confirm or deny. Let's just say that I am prepared. Okay. And thank you very much for the donation as well. And I know that like when I did the video about having different things, people had talked about night vision. Again, I will not confirm or deny that I have it or don't have it. So yeah, it's certain things don't need to be shared. And so if I don't confirm or deny it and you never see it, then you'll never know until the time comes. So again, being prepared is not just about one thing. Ed, have you ever taken the temp in your homestead when the stove was fully blazing? You know what? I haven't. I know that like right now, literally just before I started the stream, and I'm letting it burn down a little bit. I was literally 10 feet away from the wood stove, and I was hot. I was like, that is too hot. So yeah, it is kicking. This window is open, the bathroom window's open, the kitchen window's open. So yeah, and it's still hot. So that's what it's that wood stove is phenomenal. Love my wood stove. It is absolutely fantastic. One of the best things that I had. Best things that I have. 25 Celsius times 9.5 plus 32. Okay. All right. Thanks, Harvey Black. That's weird how they do that. Huh. 9/5. All right. I don't know. So anyway, can't tell all one's secrets. Yep, exactly. Like I said, there's certain things that I do here that I don't share. I'm not putting all my business out there online. I believe that it is important to be able to protect yourself. Hugely important. It's a huge part of prepping. If you don't have a means to protect what you have, you might as well just take your stuff and set it outside of your door and wait for somebody to come and get it. Because if you can't protect it, somebody's going to come and take it. Okay. And I get it all the time on here. People will say to me in the comments and stuff like that. I've had people say, well, something happens, I'm going to come and take your stuff. And I always say the same thing. Well, good luck, because, that's what they're going to need. Not that I'm like some expert of this, that, the other thing. It's not just going to be me. And that's what people seem to fail to remember, that I have a group, an organized group of people that are planning on coming here. And when some things go bad, and some of them are very close, so we are going to be working together, period. And I think that that's the smartest way to do it. And I've talked about that over and over and over again. And, it's just the way it should be. You should be prepared in all aspects of everything. You need to be able to protect yourself. You need to protect the ones that you love. You better be ready for food, water, and everything else, medical supplies, warm clothes. Like, because where I live here, obviously, get out in this exposure right now, you're looking at 3 hours of exposure. I wanted to talk about something that I thought was really interesting in Ralphie May. Anybody obviously remember the comedian Ralphie May? He's passed away now, but very, very insightful young man. And one of the things that he was talking about is how first of all, you had the government perpetuating the hate between whites and blacks. Okay, remember all that? Then we had the 60s came, and then we had affirmative action and everything, making things, where everybody's on a more equal footing. So then what did we have happen after that? Then we had the migration from South America. All the brown folks came, everybody speaking Spanish from all the South American countries, Mexico, everything else down there, right? So now then the whites and blacks got to hate the Mexicans. They were the bad ones. Oh my God, these freaking Mexicans are going to destroy and ruin everything. Remember that, right? So then, now we have a large Mexican population, and not Mexican speaking. How's that? I'll use it that because it's like you can't. There's so many different countries in South America to say, to lump everybody into one category. Spanish speaking people, heritage. How's that even better? I'm trying to figure out the right way to say it. So now there's a large Hispanic community. So now who's the new boogeyman, right? We got to think because we got to have somebody else to be afraid of, to be scared of. Oh my God, they're going to come in. They're taking over the whole country. So now the latest boogeyman since 9/11 has been who? The Muslims, right? Oh my God, these terrible Muslims who've been here forever and a day. We're going to come here and they're going to take over the whole country, right? Again, they're giving people somebody to hate, somebody to look at as the boogeyman and the bad guy. If you think that Al Qaeda is a threat to this country, you are delusional. Okay. Now, could they cause problems? Could there be sleeper cells? Could there be factions? Well, you know what? There are Black Panther factions. There are white supremacist factions. There are religious factions that are complete lunatics in this country. Okay. It's all over the place. It's all over in other countries as well. You look at Japan, and they did the anthrax on the subway over there. That was a religious group that did that. Okay, so the danger is not always this person that is different. It could be your neighbor who has an agenda for religious reasons or whatever, that they're completely whacked out in their brains and they hate everybody. That's an issue. That is an issue. So again, people need to think about that. Yeah, the real boogeyman is DC. Exactly. They're the ones controlling everything, calling the shots. And so, yeah, and the media is also, media, big business, because they control everything. Think about it. Think about this. You decide to take your car and you've decided, you know what? I don't want to pay insurance anymore. I'm not paying insurance because why should I have to pay insurance, right? Because, they've made it the law. So you're out there driving around in your car, not paying your insurance. Now your tag is expired. You haven't been inspected. Why do you think they changed the color of your inspection tag? This is New York. I can't speak for other countries or other states, but in New York, every year you have to have your car inspected. So they change the color of the tag every year. So if I'm a cop and I'm driving down the road and this year's tag is yellow, 2020 is yellow, let's just say, because I don't even know what color it is right now, to be honest with you. Last year's color was green. And I'm a cop, I'm driving down the road. That tag on that car is not yellow. That's green. Now they got a reason to flip around and pull you over. Okay? Probable cause to pull you over. Now you pull over. Oh my God, you smoke pot too on top of it, and the smell of pot comes out of the car. Now they can pull you out of the car. You're going to get arrested. You have, oh, and of course you're not paying for your license, so you have a suspended license. I mean, it goes on and on and on. It's all about control. All of it is about control. You do as you're told. People always say, oh, well, we have no freedoms in this country. They're trying to take away all our freedoms. They already did. They control us now. You have to have health insurance, right? Oh my God, you got to have health insurance, or otherwise, if you get sick, you're screwed, right? I mean, it's just, how about when it was Obama that did this one? If you didn't have health insurance, you got a fine. How ridiculous is that? If I can't afford to buy health insurance, how am I paying a fine because I couldn't afford to have health insurance? I mean, it's insanity. It is absolute insanity. And we sit back and can continue and continue to take it again. And I've said this before, if we all stood up as a group and said no more, what would they do then? They're going to change some things then, but we won't do that. Why? Because if you have half the people on this in this country on the government teat, right, getting the freebies, they don't want anything to change. Why would I want anything to change? I get everything I want. The government takes care of me now, right? I get all free food, I get my health insurance, I got my dental, they even give me a little bit of money and I can hustle on the side and make more money. It's a big game. And so until we stood up and said, as a country, no more. How will that ever happen? I'll tell you how it'll happen. If the government goes insolvent and there's no money to pay for stuff anymore, you're going to see people riot. Because as soon as you take away all those freebies, you're going to have people that are going to flip out. Look what happened, and it's a couple of years ago, and it was in California, and the EBT cards were not being taken anywhere. You had one lady destroyed a convenience store, absolutely went bananas because she couldn't get her stuff that she wanted with her EBT card. I mean, that's the insanity of it. So think about that. If they'll flip out over something like that, what do you think people are going to do when there's nothing, when they have nothing? Think about that. Just something to think about. So anyway, really quickly, let's do this now. We are Legion because we are many. We're all over the country. We're all over the world. We're a big network of people, a huge family. Where is everybody from tonight? No bananas for women. Oh, Fowler J. Naughty, naughty. Yeah, I call them entitled myself. We have Melbourne, Australia, Indiana, Cave Creek, Arizona, Christmas Valley, Oregon, Illinois, Mars. Oh, Mars is nice. Nice this time of year. Southwest Missouri, North Carolina, California, Austin, Texas, BC, Canada, Kentucky, Ontario, Canada. Let's see, Delaware, Virginia, Texas, Kentucky, Michigan, Colorado, New Orleans. Let's see, Southwest Florida, Central East Coast. We have Nebraska, the Ozarks, Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, Ulster Park, New York. We have Michigan, Texas, Bedford, Indiana, Buffalo, New York. We have Montana, Pennsylvania, Buffalo, New York, Montana, Western Kentucky, Central Pennsylvania, Colorado, New Mexico, Houston, Texas, Ohio, Iowa, Paris, Florida. Let's see, Upper Michigan and the UP, Washington State, Troy, Vermont, Nebraska, Western New York, Wake Forest, North Carolina, Northern Ireland in the UK, very cool. Alabama, Connecticut, the Big Easy, which is Louisiana, Manchester, New Hampshire, Cairo, Egypt, very cool, very, very cool. Beech Grove, Indiana. We have Texas again, Nowhere, Oklahoma, Alaska, Buffalo, New York, Illinois, Eastern Long Island. The third ring of Saturn, that's very nice. That you're a long ways from home. Franklin County, Ohio. We have Germany, Beech Grove, Indiana again, Northwest Indiana, right outside of Chicago, West Virginia, Arizona, Franklin County, Ohio, Southern Michigan. We have Holland, Gatlin, Pennsylvania. We have Nowhere, Oklahoma again, Beech Grove, Indiana, Oakland, Stand My Ground, Illinois, Nottingham in the UK, very nice. Let's see, Greensburg, Pennsylvania, Manilo, Texas, Arkansas, River Valley. I probably said the Texas one wrong, but sorry. Northern California on the coast, very nice. Southeastern Michigan, we have Holland, Anchorage, Alaska, very cool. California, Louisiana, California, Jasper, Alabama, Cape Cod. So again, guys, all over the country, all over the world, we're this huge network of people. We are all over the place. Really quickly, I want to mention Marfugal News out on the West Coast with Dax. Great channel. Definitely go show them support. The Angry Prepper down in New York City. Show him some support too. Also, Prepper Nation, Alaskan Prepper. So many channels. I'm just trying to think of. Throw me some channels, guys, because I'm like absolutely going blank here tonight that you guys like. because there's a lot of really good channels. Hey, Asif, attack a prepper, get a free infusion of lead. There you go. That's about right too. I always tell people the last thing you're going to want to do in a SHTF event is go after a prepper. Wrangle Star, yes. So Prepper Princess, Canadian Prepper. Yep, yep. I like Wrangle Star a lot myself. We got up the Happy Prepper, you nice young man. So Alaska Granny is great. That's Yarn Prepper saying that. So yeah, a lot of different channels, guys. Angry Prepper. So Ice Age Farmer. Yep, there's another good one. And so there's so many channels out there, guys. It really is a lot of good information. I definitely encourage you to go and check out different channels, just because it gives us a different perspective of stuff. Let's see. Yep, already said the Canadian Prepper. Guns and Gadgets. Dale just said that. The Yosemite Prepper. Southern Prepper 1. There's another channel. Yep, I watch them as well. And again, the Crockers, as I was talking about earlier, go show them some love as well. You know, tell them Prepper Nurse 1 sent you. You know, like I said, there's a lot of good channels out there, guys. We should be supporting each other. We should be encouraging each other, lifting each other up instead of trying to bring each other down. Bringing each other down does no good to anybody. But being supportive and helping each other, I think, is a great thing to do. Okay? So anyway, I want to thank my moderators who do an absolutely fantastic job. They keep the chat very clean, so I really appreciate them. They are awesome. So thank you guys for doing what you do, and ladies, obviously. Also, I want people to remember that we really, truly are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. And as soon as we can look at a situation and realize that, you know, we are really just one big, huge race of people, we can focus on what the real problems is, which is the governments around the world wanting to continue to control everything. That is the issue. It really, truly is. Also, what are we at? 940 on a thumbs up? Man, we're not getting there. We're not hitting 1,000 today. But again, guys, let's see one last push on a thumbs up. If you haven't done so yet, please do that. I would appreciate it, and thank you. But also remember to hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So I think it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every single day how we feel. It makes all the difference in the world. It really, truly does. Also, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. If you follow that mantra, you can accomplish anything that you want to accomplish. And the only person that's going to stop you is you. That's it. Nobody else can stop you. So stay focused, stay away from negativity and people that want to bring you down, and you're going to be fine. So hold on and say, Hella. Hella. So here comes Max. Is your name Hella? Is your name Hella, Max? Oh, okay. Max it is then. There's Mr. Max. He's like a dog anyway. So anyway, guys, I hope everybody's doing fantastic. Oh, see, now we're 11 away. Now you got to make me stay till we hit 1,000. All right, we're going to stay till we hit 1,000. So let me grab Hella real quick. Hella. Puppy. She's knocked out. She is knocked out. Oh. She was knocked out. So, oh, there we go. We hit the 1,000. Awesome. And there's little Miss Hella. She was a sleepy girl. She plays hard and then she sleeps hard. And then there's my other two jealous ones. I'm just holding her for a second. I love you too. Yes. All right, guys. I will see you all later. Have a great night. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.